And now, the news from our London studios. MTA International brings you the world news.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to a special edition of MTA World News, where we will be providing you with a live report from Karlsruhe in Germany, where Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya are holding their national Ijtema. So without further ado, let's hand over to our team in Germany who have sent us this special report for us that we will now present for you.
Rot, Gold, Takbir!
These images of last year's Ijtema went viral. Thousands of German Khuddam forming one gigantic German flag. Dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum and welcome to our World News special on the occasion of this year's Ijtema of the Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya in Germany here in Karlsruhe. Right now I am joined by the Sadr Sahab Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya here in Germany, but before we speak more on the Ijtema, we would like to focus on one of the main purposes of the Ijtema, which is the increasing and the improvement of religious knowledge. My colleague and friend Muzaffar undertook a journey of knowledge, so to speak, during these 3 days.
My journey through National Ijtema, a great platform for seeking knowledge. First stop, an inspirational sitting with Abid Khan Sahib. Very emotionally, he shared his personal experiences with Khilafat, along with relating his love for Khalifatul Masih.
हमारे पास वो वजूद है जो हमसे अपने माओं से ज़्यादा हमसे प्यार करता है, लेकिन ये ना हो कि हम नाशुक्री कर दें या हमें कदर ना हो या हमें समझ ना हो कि ये कितनी बड़ी नेमत है.
The session was inspiring for all who attended.
I personally had a better insight into Hazur's life, into the way Hazur loves his Jamaat and the way the Jamaat loves him back, and it was very faith-inspiring.
Next stop, the latest discussion about Islam in Germany. Many people are afraid of Islam. Through this session, I learned how to remove their fears and misconceptions about Islam.
Mir Sahib had one key message. He said that we as Ahmadi Muslims need to present a certain picture and way of Islam by acting accordingly to the rules of Islam, by following the principles of the Quran, for example.
Poetry is a great art to express one's emotions and thoughts. Mubarak Siddiqui Sahib beautifully captured the attention of the audience.
कभी यूं भी हो वो मुझे कहे तेरी सब दुआएं कबूल हैं तेरे रत जगे हैं सुने गए तेरे खार आज से फूल हैं.
Final stop, a heart-touching story. Murabbi Ilyas Munir Sahib shared his experience as Asir Rahimullah, those who have been imprisoned due to their faith. Honestly, I became emotional only by listening to his words.
I read his book 2 times. It's very emotional. The most important thing which I want to declare here, there were some very emotional letters between him and Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Rabi Rahimahullah. They were very emotional.
These 3 days have proved again. All I know is that I know nothing but what Allah teaches me.
Dear viewers, this is the most beautiful gift that the Khuddam and Atfal of Germany received. Sadr Sahab, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is a message that our beloved Imam Hazrat Khalifatul Masih V, may Allah be his helper, sent to the participants of the Ijtema this year. And Hazur emphasized the importance of Islam, which is also the motto of this year's Ijtema. What was the idea behind that motto?
Jazakumullah Nasir Sahab, the main idea behind this motto is basically the motto which is the motto of the Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya, namely, Qawmon ki islah, Naujwanon ki islah ke baghair nahi ho sakti. That means nations cannot be reformed without the reformation of the youth, and that's the motto which Hazrat Muslim Maud gave to us, to Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya. And Hazur Ekda Sayyidullah Ta'ala Aziz in many occasions told us to work on this motto and to tell the Khuddam the meaning of this. For example, there was a meeting of Majlis Amla where Hazur emphasized on that. And also he advised us and guided us to produce such pins, and that all Khuddam should wear it on the front, so that they may be reminded of this notion that they have to reform themselves in order to reform the youth and the world and the nation, etc. So that's the main idea behind this motto.
Okay, mashallah. There were different ways in which the Khuddam and Atfal could start their process of Islah. The MSASQ, for example, they had different ideas how to train the Khuddam and Atfal in order to tackle allegations against Islam. Maybe you could elaborate on that.
Yes, alhamdulillah, we had many highlights on this Ijtema, and one of the highlights was, as you have mentioned, a very proper stall of the Majlis Ansari Sultan al-Qalam. And there we had this project where Khuddam could attend they could attend this stall and check their rhetoric and their way of talking.
It wasn't a way of role play, right?
It was a role play. It was, there are many obligations, there are many things which are running throughout the year in the press. And we managed or try to train the Khuddam so that they can themselves check out whether they are able to give answers to these allegations. And it was a kind of rhetoric training, it was a kind of knowledge training which at this stall was being presented for the Khuddam.
Dear viewers, there were other highlights as well, other ways of Islah. One of them was the survival coaching area, which also included a simulation of an emergency evacuation. Yesterday I had the chance to try that out myself.
Ein Sturm zieht in Kürze über Karlsruhe.
Okay, storm's coming, 30 seconds to evacuate. I need to be quick, pack everything I need. Compass is good, water definitely. Okay, take the baby. Okay, this is not how I would grab a real baby, but you get the idea, and then get out. So I did pack all of these important things, but I forgot the first aid kit, important documents and money. These are the contents of an ideal survival backpack: tools, food and clothing to survive for 2 days. The first thing I learned, keep a cool head. If you're calm and collected, you make better decisions, and that helps you survive. Another thing, preparation is key. Why not keep a backpack already packed with all the important things you need? So you just grab the bag and are out of the door. You don't need to start packing in case a crisis event happens. Another thing I learned here is that there's different types of emergency accommodations that you can set up with just minimal things that you find maybe in the woods. I also learned what tools to use to light a fire more quickly and how to build different types of campfires depending on the circumstances. All of these things combined help you not just ensure your own survival, but they also make you a valuable asset for all of the people around you. And Islah also played an important role on the sports field as well. The captains of the sports teams wore badges such as these, with Islah printed on them. There were caps embroidered with Islah. So what was the idea to have this motto present on the sports field as well?
The sports grounds are, I think, a very important ground in order to promote Islah, because in sports there are sometimes such things which happen between players that they get emotional, and there is also potential to guide many players, many sportsmen who maybe are not that much interested in other things but are interested in sports. So there are many issues which make the sports ground a big ground for Islah, and this idea was in accordance with the guidance of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Ayyadullah Ta'ala Aziz, that also in Sete Jismani, in sports, we should try to reform our players. And I think it was a very important, a big event this year, that we tried via the captains to improve the players. And I hope that some players will, inshallah, try this, or go into this way of Islah, inshallah.
Inshallah. Dear viewers, as you probably know, the former world champion Germany already was eliminated from this year's World Championship in football. The heart of every German bleeds. But Württemberg Nord was the champion of last year's football competition on the Ijtema, and we wanted to find out, what about the champion on the Ijtema? How did they manage to play this year?
How far will last year's winner come? Preparations, and then of course dua. The first match starts with a test, a loss.
Für
In regards to defending the title, that means that it will be more difficult now. By having only 2 matches left, it is important to get the 6 points. Nothing lost yet. The second of 3 matches in the group, but this one as well. Only a draw. We had clear chances, but unfortunately did not manage to get a goal. Now it is getting tough. The team needs a lot of goals to at least have a chance. Unbelievable. Victory 4-0. We completed the final passes and had a good understanding, and that led to a clear result. Murabbiyan that are standing beside the grounds this year offer the players the possibility to ask their questions in regards to religion. I got the task to brief the captains together with other Murabbiyan in order to keep Islah, which means that we control our habits. Another highlight. The Murabbiyan will play against Catholic priests. A friendly match. The 3-3 final result thereof retains a secondary role. It's really great to have the chance to strengthen the interreligious dialogue in order to set a sign for peace. Back to last year's champions. The team wins the match on penalties in the round of 16. The performance of the team is getting better from game to game. I am very satisfied and positively surprised that we keep pushing forward. Quarterfinals, the hope of the title, a tense match. The coach is nervous. In the end, the match goes into penalties as well. But this time, it's over. Out in the quarterfinals. A penalty shootout demands a good portion of luck, and we didn't have it this time. But it is really good that we came that far, and I am really satisfied. Württemberg Nord reached the quarterfinals. Germany's national team was out already at the group stage of the ongoing World Cup.
Of course, we don't want to keep the winner of this year's competition from you. It was the team of Südwesthessen. Now I'm joined by the Nazim Al-Assab. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We've talked a lot about the Khuddam, but of course Atfal also play an important role, especially when it comes to Islah. How is that?
Yeah, sure. As you know, Hazur in his message has already told us and give us a quote of Hazrat Muslim Maud radhiyallahu anhu, which stated that nations cannot be reformed without reforming their youth. And for that, to start with this reforming is the Atfal al-Amdiya, the childhood. And if we can reform our Atfal, then we have a beautiful, successful future. And that's very important. Therefore, our strength is also to keep an eye on all our Atfal and give there also an Islah program here in our Ijtema this year.
There were many different activities for the Atfal al-Ahmadiyya, and to give you a perspective of these Atfal on the Ijtema, we sent out our very own Atfal reporters.
Assalamu alaikum, ich heiße Fatih Ahmed Aziz und ich bin heute dein Reporter. Assalamu alaikum, ich heiße Kamran Ahmed Dogat und bin euer Kameramann. Wir zeigen euch unser Ijtema.
रकम करेंगे खून से वफा की दास्तान हम है कितने खुश नसीब हम.
Wer von euch beiden ist der bessere Spieler? Ich.
कि हम शरीक कारवान लश्करे इमाम हैं.
An welchem Wettbewerb nimmst du teil?
In Nazm.
Kannst du uns vielleicht eine Strophe vorsingen?
Ja. हो फज़ल तेरा या रब या कोई इब्तला हो.
Jazakallah, das war sehr gut. Ich hoffe, du bist Erster.
रकम करेंगे खून से वफा की दास्तान हम.
Was ist die gerade? Golgappe. Was schmeckt Ihnen am besten hier im Khuddam? Mangolas.
कहफ के नौजवान हम रकम करेंगे खून से वफा की दास्तान हम
Wenn Sie Atfal waren, was hat Ihnen am meisten bei Ijtema gefallen?
Ich war nie Atfal bei der Jamaat. Ich bin als Khuddam mit 27 in die Jamaat gekommen, also habe ich das Leben als Atfal nie genießen können. Also ich kann nicht aus eigener Erfahrung berichten.
Und als Khuddam?
Als Khuddam habe ich das sehr lange genossen. Ich habe sogar eine Sondergenehmigung gehabt von Hasur, bis 48 durfte ich bei den Khuddam mitmachen.
Können Sie immer noch?
Theoretisch schon. Also so lange laufen wie ich, tut keiner.
So, und ich wollte fragen,
So lange Fahrradfahren auch nicht. Aber schneller sind die alle.
कहफ के नौजवान हम
Dear viewers, this was our World News special on the occasion of the National Ijtema of the Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya here in Germany, Karlsruhe, Germany actually. And now we would like to bid you farewell with some more beautiful moments of this year's Ijtema. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
रकम करेंगे खून से वफा की दास्तान हम रकम करेंगे खून से वफा की दास्तान हम है कितने खुश नसीब हम ये रश्क के मकाम है कि हम शरीक कारवान लश्करे इमाम है बिलाल ज़ैद तलहाज सब हमारे नाम है हबीब किबरिया के एक गुलाम के गुलाम है दी के पास बान हम कहफ के नौजवान हम रकम करेंगे खून से वफा की दास्तान हम रकम करेंगे खून से वफा की दास्तान हम वफा की दास्तान हम
Jazakallah to Nasir Mahmood Saab and the whole team there in Germany for putting together that live report. We hope you've enjoyed this special edition of MTA World News and can tune in again, inshallah, next time for our next broadcast. From everyone here, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.